Hey, I'm Kenneth WAJDA. I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado. Welcome to another one of my photo chats. So, if I'm not making street portraits with the Rolleiflex, I have other cameras. I don't want to not use other cameras, but I get so focused on my projects. So, I recently went out with a different camera. Let me see if I can lift it. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but this is a Pentax 6.7 with the legendary 105 2.4 lens, which if you're walking along a street with this, I was just walking down the Boulder Pearl Street Mall with this, and I go up to somebody, I go, excuse me, and I've got this in my hand right about here. I like to have the camera up where I'm talking, but then they have to look at it. Go, excuse me, I'm using this portrait camera, and can I photograph you? Now, I wasn't asking if I could make their portrait for my Rolleiflex project because it's on a Rolleiflex, but I asked them if I could make their portrait, and then I had a QR code, which I talked about a few episodes ago. I had a QR code just for my Instagram. I said, you can get it there, and you can contact me, and I'll send you a file that's even larger than what they may post on Instagram. And this camera, I have it with a eye-level viewfinder, so you can just, use it like a big SLR. But I'm using it like my Rolleiflex. I'm using a waist-level finder where I'm looking down into the frame with a diopter. I use a chimney finder on my Rolleiflex. I use the same setup on the Pentax, and there's a night and day difference between what that makes. I was shooting in a kind of a shady 3-4 o'clock light, and there's a way difference of what that makes shooting at 1,000th or 500th of a second at f2.4 in daylight than what the Rolleiflex makes typically shooting at 250 at 4.5 or 5.6, maybe f4. But 2.4 on a 6.7 camera, there is incredible separation between foreground and background. You might even say, and I'm not sure if I'm going to say this in a way that's positive or negative or either, but it almost looks like the people are pasted in front of other backgrounds, in front of out of focus backgrounds, because they're so sharp, but the backgrounds are not. And the plane of focus falls off so quickly. Do I like that? It's okay. I prefer 6x6 over 6x7. I prefer the Rolleiflex and the whole form factor over the Pentax. But it was fun to go out and do something different. Because it's got the eye-level finder, it's not an easy thing you can turn it vertically because the picture will go upside down. So I shot everything horizontally, but there was something fun about walking around with this and feeling like I've got this beast of a camera that I can pretty much, as long as I get focus, and I can double check focus with that diopter in that viewfinder, I can push that shutter and I can guarantee at 1,000th of a second or a 500th of a second, I will have a tack sharp photo. I don't know if I've used it in the past with an eye level finder, just like any SLR would have. And using a regular eye level viewfinder, I don't know, I could always tell where focus was. And maybe if they made a diopter for that eye level finder, it would work great. But because I'm using the waist level, just like the Rolleiflex, it puts the camera down a little bit lower. And because it's got a diopter, I have perfect focus. I can really tell when I see eyelashes that I'm in focus. So it's a Pentax 6.7. They came out with 3 of these. There was a 6x7, 6x7. Then there was a 6.7. Then there was a 6.7 II. This is the middle one, 6.7. It's got a mirror lockup, which I don't use because I'm not a nature guy. But I'm a people guy. And having a camera that can shoot 6x7 and make a perfect 8x10. That's why a lot of wedding photographers in the past would use 6x7 because the proportions are perfect for an 8x10. That's kind of a fun thing to take out in a different way. Make something different. And to let people see photographs that are of themselves, and they get to see how that background separation really makes it feel like it's got a 3D feel to it. I don't know that any of my Rolleiflex feel 3D like this. And again, I'm not saying I really love that look for everything, but it was a fun walkabout that I did by myself to go out and take that camera and take something different, Don't take the Rolleiflex. Take this and a light meter and just go see what you can make. And that's what I made. And I'll put a link to the photos below. You can see. It's an interesting mix, a different way of working. As a creator, I just love to make more things. I just want to keep making different kinds of stuff. I'm photographing commercial assignments during the week. I'm photographing my street portraits on the weekend. I get a day off. I want to go do something else. What else can I do? What camera should I take? What can I make? Sometimes I want to shake it up, and that's all good too. All right, that's today's photography talk. Hey, if you're enjoying this, hit the subscribe button. If you can support it, the Patreon. Thanks to all my supporters. I appreciate you. I'll be back next week. We'll talk more photography. As always, here's the good light.